Alright guys, time for some vacuum content. I was going to use this, but I feel like that was one of the last vacuum videos I did, was vacuuming with that. And then the ASMR video with the power speed, and you guys can laugh all you want. I got this far. I took it apart, and I stopped working on it because I put it all back together. Like, this is all clean. I mean, it's a little dusty again because it's been a while. But I took it all apart and forgot to put that back in. So, now I'm just not wanting to do it. But I kind of want to use maybe a Kirby. Haven't used this thing in a while. Although, when's the last time we got some light speed content? I can't make up my mind. We'll use this. I haven't used it in a while. I mean, I used the light speed not that long ago, just didn't film it. Believe it or not, I do find uses for all my vacuum cleaners. A lot of my friends that I actually go to like school with or whatever, a lot of them think it's crazy how much vacuums I own. But they're like, well, what do you use them all for? I do use them all. Some of them get used less. Like some towards the back here. I don't carpet clean often. Oh, frick. There's some nasty old water. I mean, I did empty it, but there's always just a little bit still left in it. It probably stinks like crazy. I need to give that thing a really good cleaning. This, Classic 3, don't use often because it needs a new front bearing, and a new plug for the cord. Although I've just been using, when I do use it, I just use the Omega cord on it, or the cord that was on my, it was on this Omega, but I took the original proper cord from the Omega that's broken in that box and put it on this. So this has a proper cord on it now. Might even take the bag from that Omega that's in that box, because that has the original thing on it, and I might wash the bag that's in that box, because that would make this original. Also might take the rear housing, this piece, from that one, because that one has a working spring. The spring on this one's broken. So yeah, it's probably going to be a lot of part swapping, because that one just, I redid the front bearing on it, and then all the wires popped apart, so it needs new wires, and yeah. This Eureka ESP, I want HEPA bags for it. This convertible, just not my thing to use. But convertible needs a little bit of work. I need to do some motor work on it. It works just fine, it's just a little scratchy, and the same with the ESP. The ESP clearly was lightly used, and I got it for $10 when I bought it, the ESP. And then my aunt got that convertible for me from a studio. The Classic 3 was $115 plus $70 for the bag, because it came with a tradition bag, and I had to have the right bag. This was a trash find. The light speed, that thing I got from my grandpa, my dad's dad. And then this Legend 2 came from Troy, which is also the person who gave me, or no, Troy's sister gave me that power broom because it was his and he let her borrow it. But he also gave me both the Omegas, this, and obviously the Omega in that box. That I'm going to be giving him this G4, and he's going to be giving me just a Heritage, just the standard Heritage, and he's going to be giving me a liftoff, the Bissell liftoff, like the older one with the multi-cyclonic one. He'll be giving me the liftoff that has this same exact setup with that multi-cyclonic thing. I don't use this often. He tried getting it back from me. He did not have the best luck with that. I will never give it up. It's one of my favorite vacuums, so it's up here on the wall. This Victory is also one of my favorites. It also has a new cord now. It doesn't have a white cord anymore. That looked hideous. It still has the same hideous handle, but it works. I mean, it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Then my Ultima, that doesn't get used often, although I do have the original base for it now. just to have. I don't like using the Ultima much. I mean, for God's sake, I've got the original receipt for it, the manual. It's in great condition. What happened with this base is power speed attachments. Is over here, the spot that the screw clamps down on broke. See how it's supposed to look like that? So that just broke. And then in here, now it's missing the belt ride piece that's in this base now, because that's one thing the new base didn't come with. But the new base came with everything else. I do actually have more of these seals. So, I use for rolls. It's got the adjustment wheels, and I think there's a crack. Yeah, this is cracked right here. So that's what went wrong with this base. It just had cracks here and there. So it tumbled down the stairs quite a few times. Blame that on my grandma. But it's still functional. I mean, it's just, you gotta like maybe put some tape over here to hold that side down, which is what we did for many years. But I like this base because it's got the wide track, the Eureka, and the Ultima. Might even try and fix this top piece at least the best I can, polish up this window, and then at least put the top piece on there. Because I much prefer the Ultima over the True Clean. This thing still has the original light bulb in it. It's all of it's original besides literally the whole base. Because yeah, even the base came with the new pedals on this one. Nothing was wrong with the pedal. Wheels are fine. I think the wheels are already in better condition on this old base than they are on this new one. Yeah, kind of. But yeah. Let's go ahead and use this thing. This thing has new wheels on it, because Marco, vacuums and carpet cleaner guy, shout out to him. He gave me a really good deal on this thing. I think it was $10, which you can't beat that, because this is like an original Victory, 1995. The fitment on the motor housing has really seen better days. It is not fitting together very nicely these days. I think there's a bag in there. Yeah, it's got whatever bag Marco sent in it, which it was empty when he gave it to me, and oh dear, there's a slight hole in this bag. Take that out. Do I have any? I really don't have much bags. I got a couple. I'll still keep that bag. I just gotta patch it up. I'll just dab some glue on there. Bags for these frickin' stupid things are hard to find. Let's see here. I do have some bulbs. Got a couple of these foam filters for the Victories. RR bags. The Victory bags are back in here somewhere. Might try using some of these HEPA bags that I have for the Smart Vac and try making some AA bags out of them. These are more RR bags. These are ones that I had gotten locally, which I don't even think I've used any of these yet. Well, it only came with 3. Some of these are genuine, and three of these are the generic ones that came with that generic kit that I got for the Smart Vac. Here they are, I think. Yep. A couple more in here. I need to order more AA bags. You never find them locally anymore. Online. And they don't make cloth bags for these, unfortunately. Which that would be fucking nice. I guess I'm gonna try, maybe even just rip the collar off of this bag here and try using one of those RR cloth HEPA bags that I have to try and make a cloth AA bag. That would be really cool. This is spare power boom parts in it. Tray. he sent me quite a few parts, but all I needed was that HEPA bag door. But he sent me a tray and these two things, which these are all for the older style power rod. You can see mine is the newer one with the green. Thanks for that. This box is stupid. Just gotta keep them like this. Too much fucking shit. Too much. I think these are just a bunch of old YZ bags that I bought, just cheap ones. There's a bunch of ESP bags in here, F&J bags, I mean, that Andrew gave me. A bunch of shitty RR bags, and then I have cloth RR bags here. And then here, there's just a bunch of parts. I do have a couple vacuums that take these bulbs, including this, but this one has the original one in it, and it doesn't appear to even have signs of going bad. Oh, let me put that back in there. Oh, no, that's the one I was going to use. Duh. We're not even going to get to the natural dirt. Oh, here's the old fan from my Heritage 2. You might be able to see why I decided to replace it. It was actually starting to get noisy because it was unbalanced enough. The Legend 2 is going to get the same treatment that the Heritage 2 got. And the Omega is basically just going to get kind of budget restored. Just I'm going to have to fix what it's got, basically. Which it doesn't have too much wrong with it. There. Yeah, one of my posters fell down, so that's a piece of that, like, plexiglass or whatever you would want to call it. Too much. Don't mind me. Just gonna shove this under here. No! Stay. Yeah, good boy. Ooh, I like these little scent packets. I had this shoved in my other Victory for a while. The one that's hanging. This one was actually hanging for a while. This one's got these random freaking scratches right there. This thing really did need a cleaning when I got it, which it did get. I didn't really do the best cleaning. It's got a filter right there. Usually it's kind of shit. This little bag door. The seal down here completely fell off, and it's starting to kind of fall off again, but I had to glue that back in place. Same with this whole top one. This whole freaking seal. That was that one. That one, just the top area was falling. This whole seal, this whole just small one around, freaking just fell out. This is the one where you can barely rotate the motor. It's very hard to spin the brush roll and the motor. The brush roll actually spins fine. See, I mean, it's spinning okay. No, see, it spins okay for like 1 second, and then it's super hard to spin. It's pretty bad. 261st day of 95. This thing's pretty old. I'm sure it was made in USA. But 10 amps. My other one there is 12 amps, and that one is a 97. They're both in pretty bad condition, although this one's a little more old, so it has a little more of an excuse. That one was just abused. So was this one, I'm sure. But this one has all the attachments. Combo tool, both extension ones, and crevice tool. That one has everything except for the other extension one, which isn't bad considering one of them was free. And that one was free, and it has the old. It has the brush roll that was from that base in it. Because this also got a new brush roll along with a new base. So let's give this thing a run. I might end up doing the same thing with this Victory. I actually cut a bit of the hose off because it got so stretched out that it just looks stupid. I might end up doing the same thing with this because this just looks fucking like, really? Come on. It's retarded. But yeah, let's try. Let's bring it into here. Oh, dang it. Oh, no good thing. I forgot I finished my coffee. I thought it was sitting there spilling. Alright. Just be like that. Make sure that I didn't really check very well to make sure the bag was on. These bags don't really seal that nicely up there. You can see it's just touching the thing. Maneuver. This thing's probably going to be a little noisy when it first starts. It's really stiff. It gets stiffer the less you use it. I have made an attempt to lubricate the motor once, but this thing's clearly really What?
There's some clothes outside for you.
Okay. So yeah, this thing is actually in pretty decent shape, but not perfect. It is just the original standard Victory. Very standard one. On. Nope. This thing has a really strong smell. Not sure what either Braze Vex or Marco did to it. Not very loud. Oh, it's actually pretty good. See, now that the motor is warmed up, brush roll's like easy to spin. And then it'll start to get stiff again as I do this. Yep, now it's getting stiff again. Yep, so I don't know what's up with it. And it's not the brush roll. Brush roll got completely rebuilt. And I even spun the brush roll while it was out of the machine. I tried spinning the axle itself on the motor, and you can't spin it whatsoever. At least the brush roll gives you leverage to spin the motor, but you cannot do it whatsoever. The brush just spins beautifully. Very nice and smooth. And it doesn't spin for 10 seconds either. It spins nice and smooth. A lot of people think that it's just supposed to go and stay spinning forever, and oh yes, the longer it spins, the better. No. Because it literally means there's no grease whatsoever in the brush roll, or in the motor, whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Peace.